Thanks for stopping by Weaver Stonehouse Farms, and this is part one of us building a second drag behind barn.
I'd say the wife and the kids did pretty good. Got a load of 2x4s cut. Well, so it begins, doesn't it? Some lumber, some plywood, some more lumber, kids helping, and we're building. So we are building another drag along cow barn. We're building a 16x10. So we're gonna duplicate pretty close to what we did before, except this time I bought 4x6s treated for the base rather than putting a bunch of 2x4s together. So this is the base that I want. So, and then we have all of our lumber over here that we cut ourselves. Actually, my daughters cut this. So my daughters cut all that with my wife. And then they cut all this as well. So, pretty good job, girls. Good job? All right, cow barn going to go up?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I went a little overkill like I always do. Yeah. I had this extra here because it was one of the skinny 2x4s we cut off the sawmill, and I thought, you know, we'll just brace up. Here's why I put the extra bracing on the ends at the bottom, is because we wrap a rope, a 4-inch strap, same strap if you've been watching our videos, that we use to lift our soapstone countertops with. So it gets wrapped around here. That helps give it some extra support when we pull, so it doesn't rip this thing apart, because it's pretty big. Smaller one here, which is okay to support here. So that'll be right. And that was what was left over from that one. It didn't want to come together, as wood sometimes is not exactly straight when you cut it, especially the stuff that I cut off at sawmill. The wife and the daughters do better. I had to draw it together with Dad's bar clamps, so thanks, Dad. And then put GRKs down through it. I love my GRKs. This is what I build with. So there's GRKs down through here, down through here. Okay, so here's the back wall. I beefed it up from my original design. Double studded on this side on the end. Then one stud in the middle here at 4 feet, because this is 16 feet long. And I made it like a king stud setup. So the angle braces in here to support because it's at a 45. I doubled the center up also over, and then doubled on the end. So these are 3 foot 11 and a half is what they're cut at. So then the plywood's going to sit pretty good on this. And then we'll flip it up and we'll get it on that 4x6. So you can see what we did for this front wall. I spaced these out to 19-inch centers. I had them on 16s because this is 5 foot from here to here, and then a 6 foot opening, and again 5 foot on the end. So we put these on 19-inch centers, which works better because I took and I doubled out on the end because I wanted to beef the corners up. And you can see that I have doubles here, and I use a treated on the inside just because that's the exposed to the weather because it's an open door. This is just a pair of old 2x6s I had as a header out across. Now, it was difficult cutting those at an angle. It's 12/4 pitch is what I had to cut on that. So all those 2x4s on the top were cut at 12/4 pitch, and they're 7 foot 8 inches tall, which allows for a 1-inch
overlap
plywood when it goes down this way to go over top of the base of these 4x6s. Okay, so here's the 16 footers screwed fast. This is the bottom. So these are angle cut down here. Some of these are actually GRKs from our original chicken coop that was 14 years old. And we burnt the coop and I saved the GRKs, so I alternated them as I went down through. Now, why the washers? So it's a seismic thing, although it's not a seismic build. It helps spread the weight out to better hold them in for the long haul. So 2 GRKs, 4 inchers there, out through. So you can see then we placed GRKs there, and there out through. And then we're gonna stand the wall up. Okay, so this is how I cheat on this header going across the front door opening. I already I changed my saw for the angle for the 12/4, and I'm just gonna rip down through this at a 12/4. That way the 2x4 then lays over top of this correctly, and we can keep moving. Makes it simple. It's just a simple barn. What I forgot, and maybe you did too, and you're like, hey, Hip Valley top cut versus common top cut. So the Hip Valley top cut is for 17 inches of rise versus the common top cut, which is for 12 inches of rise, which is what we're used to working with standard rafters, right? So what we're doing here, I got my mark where I wanted it, measured this out across, and then what we're gonna do is take this, and so I'm gonna do a 12/4 pitch, and I take that out till it's a 12/4, okay? So you can see that. So literally, and that's on this one here for my 12/4. My cut mark, and then I mark. And then I can just literally then cut a 12/4. Now I'm cheating on this because this is drag along cow barn. I'm not gonna cut birds' mouths in the top. I cheat. So since it's only a single top plate on this piece, I cut this off. I'm gonna put a 2x4 right over top of it and lay the rafters right on top of it. It works fine, I screw it fast. So the dog is always here to help. All right, see you next time on the farm.